Yeah, we all can dream, so we're chatting right back with real estate enthusiast and content creator Enes Yilmazer joining us via Zoom. Now, this time, we're going to be talking about one of the nation's most expensive homes on the market. You mentioned, though, it did sell, but it had a price drop. What did it go for?
I think it went for $126 million. Plus, I think with fees and everything, it was over 141.
Wow. I mean, let's take a look at some of the video, because this home is located in Los Angeles, correct? I mean, what can you get for $140 million? Tell us, please.
Well, you get over 105,000 square feet of interior space. You get arguably one of the best plots of land in the entire city. As you can see from the views, it literally looks over the entire city all the way to the Pacific Ocean. And you get a crazy modern home with walls of glass just opening up to the outdoors.
Wow. I mean, when I watched the video, and it was a pretty extensive 40-minute tour here, it looks like you're living in like a mall or an airport terminal. It's so big. You need like a little scooter getting around that place, right?
I mean, absolutely. It's not just a home. This is like where you entertain and you have a lot of guests. Each one of these guest bedrooms can easily be a primary bedroom suite for a $50 million home. You have multiple pools, multiple seating areas. I don't think someone would just use it as a home. It's either going to go for like a really big family or someone that has a lot of business needs that they will meet up with their friends and their colleagues and all that stuff.
Absolutely. And like I mentioned earlier, it's so nice to see. I mean, of course, it's a lot of out of our budgets for many people, but just seeing the architecture and the design elements that go into it, because basically with that kind of money, you can build whatever you want.
Absolutely.
Whatever you want. Now, every Monday you come out with a brand new episode, and we're getting a preview of tomorrow's episode. You're taking us to France, right? Let's get a quick preview. What can we expect with this tour that comes out tomorrow?
Absolutely. Monday's tour is really special. It's a 80 million euros, so it's around $95 million property in the heart of Paris. It's 7 stories. So if you look at the house from the exterior, it's a 2-story traditional home built in the 1880s. But then the developers dug underneath about 60 meters. So that's about like 40 foot below grade and created additional 4 more layers where you have a nightclub, indoor pool, and lounge areas, which is just insane. If you think about it, you're in the heart of Paris. So and it's like it has gold leaf walls, it has custom chandeliers everywhere. Even though it looks a little bit old school, it's all brand new. Everything you see. So it's a pretty special home.
You know what's interesting? The housing market for us common folk over here, prices keep going up, and it's so incredibly competitive. But you look at something like this on the luxury scale, and there is such thing as possibly being too much. For you, when do you start to see the price drop? Because I mean, obviously that number is massive, but when do you start to see that number start to slowly decrease?
Well, I do think there's a big appetite for the real estate market right now. And unfortunately, there's a big appetite for the luxury real estate market too. A lot of these homes that we were in awareness of 2-3 years ago in LA, that were 30, 40 plus million dollars, they all kind of sold now, funny enough. And now that are 80, 90 million dollar homes casually popping up left and right. The truth is, I think there's a huge demand in real estate right now. I don't know how long it will last. It has to taper or balance off at some point.
Sure.
But at the moment, it's still going on, and it's selling.
And it keeps you busy, and it keeps us dreaming. And again, check out his YouTube channel. A new episode coming out every Monday. We got a sneak peek right there.
So
and thank you so much for joining us this morning and always letting us live the life of luxury through your eyes.
Thank you.
Of course, guys, you guys take care.
Jordan, go ahead and I'm going to take a moment just to calculate how many side hustles and extra jobs I would need to ever, by maybe the age of 90, get to that point.
I know.
Basically,
but hey, you can have your own nightclub, your own bowling alley, whatever you want. Hair salon in there, maybe.
I would never leave the house.
But you need a whole staff.
You would never have to. You would to live there with you.
But it is beautiful. I mean, looking at the architecture and the design of how they, stage the areas. Right on.
I would have a chef. If that were me, I would have a chef full time.
There you go.